Hello there, Commonwealth. This is Great Grandpa Gamer. I'm here with Nora and Piper at Sentinel Site Prescott. We're doing a shopping trip picking up some goodies. On the way home, we'll pick up some stingwing. Heard it tastes like chicken. You know that rat scorpion and deathclaw, they're both good eating. Nora, don't walk through the mud. You're going to track it in the house. Isn't Piper cute? She's playing hide and seek. Here's some other friends playing a game of tag. Oh, there, Minutemen. Oh, you're playing against the Institute Sense. Can I play? Here's a courser who wants to play Nora's favorite game of whack-a-mole. Here's how you do it. You get your friends, go surround that courser, and Nora get right up close, say hi, shake hands, and then a little tap on the head, and the game is over. We forgot to invite the enclave to dinner, and here's the unruly party right next door, Vault 95. Well, enough fun and games, Nora. It's time to return to Somerville Place with your bags of goodies.
Well, folks, this settlement's on a heck of a slope. It makes no better sense than to put a water tower on the top side. All the buildings are kind of small. Easier to manage them on a big old slope like this. Hey, wait a minute, we got our hydro engineer with a nice cupola on top of his little shack. Let's take a look and see what he has. Well, he's cozy. Nothing too elaborate. He did take the advice of Sean Keaton, build some things underneath the tower itself. Yep, we got a crafting station, bathtub, of course, his own personal little toity. It's also got company. See, the farmers have to come up here, and they've got to harvest those taters. They got to harvest some mute fruit, and they come up here and chat him up. Well, let's see what we got going here. Looks like the armor vendor, but I forgot to include it in the video, except maybe magic can happen. Yep, a little video editing. Let's take a look at this armor vendor. It was kind of fun to build this. Now, there's no great shakes. He's just your regular old armor vendor. Got his armor racks, but you know what? I had more fun on the outside. You see, I decided to support my buildings. Sometimes you just hide the fact that the building is floating, and sometimes you put those Vault-Tec crates underneath you. You can even create walls with them. Yeah, that was kind of fun. I was a bit pleased at how that turned out. Let's turn our focus to the original house here. Now, I stole a lot of stuff from Shazo to make this build. For starters, I used the ball track items to patch up the roof. Now this was something I thought I invented. Well, as far as I know, it was the first time I ever saw this. Use the Vault-Tec windows merged together for the glass. Some of these windows are too small to use Vault-Tec windows. And so my second steal from Shazo was using a warehouse door to patch up the windows. Now, he didn't mind there being holes in there because you know Shazo, but me, I wanted to cover my holes up a little bit. So I put two windows back to back and they paired up nicely. And you're going to see that I just don't know how to put things straight, so I snuck back here at nighttime and I moved that window over just a little bit. Yeah, the nighttime repairman, that's what you can call me. Here we go, just a little bitty nudge. Managed to pick up some plants in the background as well. Fortunately, they didn't stop my fix. And my head is starting to thin with all this time travel. But you saw that window fixed in the future. Here's some more windows. There we go. Now, fortunately, the settlers have not been opening these doors. I did that myself. Let's close at least one of them. If we look straight up, we can see another thing I stole directly from Shawzo. That's using concrete to fix the roof. There's some more of those warehouse doors fixing those windows. Okay, let's turn our attention uphill. This construction is an afterthought. Forgive me for that. See, my settler happiness was tanking. They wanted to be made happy, so I put them a shooting range, arcade machines, a little lounge area, and up top, a place for them to do some iron pumping. Yep, the scaffold's a little busy. My happiness score started going up. Here's something that I did enjoy doing. You can see my suspension bridge right there, with all the fishing floats on top. Yeah, I kind of like that. We'll look at it a little closer in a moment. Right now, I want to step you up to our guard station. A little platform supported by a toilet. Yep, I told you, do the support. Okay, up top a little bit more. Me reimagining some of Shawzo's design for a little rain shelter for this here guardsman. Hey Piper, have a seat, get out the way. We're going downstairs again. Now the suspension bridge is actually curved at the bottom like you would expect a suspension bridge to be. But up top, I had to fix the pathing. This is straight across. A little place for our guards folks and a few other settlers to live. That's kind of nice. I like it here. Homie, got an electrified bed for them. Yep, 2 mattresses merged together. Gives them that shocking feeling when they try to sleep. And here's another guard post. See, he made it here. Before I fixed that bridge, he wasn't here at all. Okay. Let's cross back over our bridge and take a look at some of those regular old lights that I used a pillar to capture and then hang between 2 little trees, which gave me an idea. I'm going to show you later, a proof of concept. Now here's a building. I wanted to call it just a spa, but it's not quite just a spa. It's a multi-layered building. Well, Tango and Caps helped me out with it. I didn't realize that you could snap things efficiently until I saw one of his videos. Thank you, Tango and Caps. But what do we have in here? We got a weapons vendor. We had a barber, a surgeon, face surgeon, and that eye doctor. What shall we call this building now? Tango and Caps, day spa, and murder stuff. There we go. I think Tango and Caps would enjoy that. All right. There's my regular old farm. Little power armor workstation. I'll stay up here a little bit. About to get interrupted by a farmer. And for some reason, I cut my video right there, because I wanted my farmer to have something to do. He said, what can I do? I had nothing for him to do, so I decided to build him a little scavenging station, and then he disappeared on me. But I saw the original settler. Yep, the father of the kids. That guy, no matter how many times I assign a task to him, he stops working. I think he decided he's worked long enough and he's not going to farm anymore, so now he's a scavenger.
I was just thinking about you.
Here's the original house. Looks kind of nice in here. Well, except for right there. You see, it'll rain through here. So we're going to cut the video right here and show you how we fix that. Shawzo came up with this absolutely brilliant design of using the ball tracks to fix these busted up, broken down roofs. He just spaced them together, make them look all nice and tidy. Did a fantastic job. But later he came up with an additional trick. He put a fork on top and managed to space two ball tracks close to each other but perfectly perpendicular. And then what he'd do is he'd slide one ball track in between the two and use that fork to do the next gap. Man, that was working fantastic. But as you saw on my roof, there's so much light going through the two of them that the rain just can't help it come through. So here's a solution right there. Put a track on top of the fork. Yep, and now you can just guide one piece downward, and there it is. Folks, those pieces are perfectly spaced, all three are. Now we go back with Shawzo's second refinement and use the fork to space these tracks. Tracks, I'm calling them. Yeah, tracks, why not? So me standing on Shawzo's shoulders managed to perfect it for me, and it's only because I'm sloppier than Shawzo by a long shot. But now I got a perfect roof. Thank you, Shawzo. You know what? Let's close that doggone door. So here's the original beds. Can't scrap those. But I added a couch bed. Yep, it worked out. The roof on top of that house is the last time I'll ever make a messy roof. Even that little awning you just saw is perfect use of Shawzo's ball track roofs. Right here is the centerpiece to Somerville Place. It's a market. That bonfire in the center is the largest I've seen in any settlement. So I arranged floor pieces around it in a hexagon. Then I just started snapping pieces in, and they fit in the craziest ways. Some didn't fit, some fit too well, and I ended up with bends in the walls. I absolutely love that. This place looks like it was put together by somebody who has no idea how to use a carpentry square. It is messy, it is junky, it is warped, it is twisted, and I absolutely love it. It is one of my favorite parts, and I know it is a simple thing, but it just pleases the heck out of me. Yeah, twisted as all get up. Thank you so much. And whoa. Oh gosh, folks, I'm sorry. I just got a little sick. See, my chems dealer made me a stew with bloat fly meat and corn. It took me 2 weeks to recover from that one. In fact, I was on top of that bed, or that sleeping bag. That carpet used to be brown. Yeah, it was a bad 2 weeks. Let's just get on past that. Here we are around the outside. I decided to stack a little bit of height around the market and made a little bridge home. This is over the top of the road that leads into the settlement. Nice little place for the 70s. Got your handcrafted bunk bed. It's got enough of the amenities that these people are happy. Piper, you're just following me a little bit much, aren't you? Notice some more support. I got the Raider cages holding up that building. Oh, this building's old school support, but I kind of like it. A small home, few amenities, great lighting in the kitchen. This is for a chef. Excuse me. The person who moved into that home was the Kim's dealer, and she used that stove to cook. Never mind. Oh my gosh. Maybe I can sneak up here and she won't notice. Man, yeah, let me go back down. Little back entrance to the market. Okay. Now I'm walking toward the outhouses, but really? Like you need to see outhouses? Wait a minute. There's a basketball hoop, a guy with his arm stuck through the hoop, and the name Larry on there. Larry? This is the Boston area. Does that mean anything to any of you folks? There's another little home. Yeah, stacked beds, made use of the space. What I like about this place is the fence I put around it. On this sloped settlement, I ended up with huge gaps underneath. I just doubled up the fence using the pillar glitch. Worked out nice. See that car there? It used to be up there by the house. I pushed it down there. It's now supporting that shack. I saw those train cars. I know what's in there. Hey, Nora, I prefer if we just not. Fine. Why don't we just go up here instead, okay, Nora? I don't feel like showing people what's in there. Yeah, so Nora's still listening to the Enclave. There's her Enclave radio tower. A few things on top. All right, Nora's going to insist that I take you into this building. Yes, it is a listening post. And yes, she is spying on all the other settlements. Full-time employee. And this is why she was in Sentinel Site Prescott. She was pillaging the place for nuclear weapons.
Another day of hard
there,
work.
You've seen it.
It never
I've
changes.
said enough. And we're going to leave it at that. Right in front of us is another split-level building to accommodate the extreme slope of this settlement. It was kind of fun patching together pieces after doing the split level. Ended up with very interesting and unique patterns in the walls. All right, sorry I'm moving quick, but I need a door right here, and I'm going to slap it in. There, done. We can go back to normal speed. I decided to take a little extra care of our caravan people. For starters, I put a feeding trough on the other side of the bathtub. That keeps the cows out of the provisioner area. They don't have to have a big old cow rear end in their face anymore. Okay, let's head on back up to our market area. Let's see if there's anything else to see. Yeah, that settler's finally doing some work. It's getting a little later in the day. There's still some more stuff here. Like right here. Yeah. Our soda jerk. He's got a little shed to do his work in. And up top there, folks, that right there is a proof of concept. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but you saw that lighting that we featured in another build. I'll describe it all later. And also the colored lights stretched between the tree and the radar pole. More of that proof of concept. I hope it ends up being cool. But in the meantime, if you can find a use for it, please do. Use it. Maybe send a video out, show us what you did. I'd love it. Well, let's have a few more beers and wait till it's proper dark outside. Time to get on with it. Let's see what the settlement looks like at night. Yeah, that proof of concept looks kind of cool. Ah, the trees are glowing. All different colors. Did a little preview video for you all with that. We just stuck the cycling lights inside the trees. It had this very, very cool effect, especially before I put the buildings in. But man, just makes the place magical. It really does. That is one of the things that I really like about Fallout is the lighting at night. So I enjoy the nighttime tours as much as I enjoy the daytime tours, because it's just something completely surreal about these settlements at night. And I'm kind of doing my best to make them more surreal. You've probably seen quite a bit of that. But yes, if you haven't tried it yet, go ahead and stick a few lights into your trees just under the bark, and you see how the bark is translucent in places. The light just bleeds through. There's our bright and cheery Settler Amusement Park. Yeah, I'll just live with that. There they are at the shooting range, wasting all the ammo I collected for them. I guess that can't be helped. Friends, I'm really glad you joined us today. Thanks for watching this video all the way to the end. I do this because I so enjoy making builds. I hope you're enjoying this yourself. I want you all to have a fantastic day. Bye-bye now.